financing with Kiva and Zoba, micro volunteering with 5 Degrees and Spark, and online activism with Carrot Mobbing and Avas. The internet is empowering people to mobilise very positive change. Nominet Trust is passionate about this power of the internet to improve lives and communities, which is why we're delighted to support the Nominet Internet Awards, which recognise those organisations that are making a difference through the internet. Nominet Trust invests in initiatives in each of the 5 award categories. We fund projects that contribute to building a network nation, such as CSB's Internet Buddies programme that connects people who are new to the internet with a volunteer who will help them when they get stuck. We support digital safety projects such as SAFE, that's introducing a social networking certificate in schools, a bit like the cycling proficiency test. And Cyber Mentors, which provides peer-to-peer mentoring for those who are experiencing cyberbullying. We fund initiatives that open up the world of knowledge, such as Rafiki's online community that helps more than 60,000 young people in over 120 countries to learn directly with and from and about each other. We fund projects that empower young people and citizens, such as Battlefront and Apps for Good and Democratise, that all support new forms of citizen engagement. And ChildNet, which, as Rennie has mentioned, enables young people to have a voice in the future of the internet. And finally, we fund initiatives that nurture local partnerships, such as Giving World Online, that encourages local organisations to distribute their surplus stock to local charities and community groups. A safe, accessible internet that's used for social good starts with all of you in this room today. We would love to hear your ideas of how the internet can support radically different approaches to long-standing problems. From Copernicus to Einstein, from Leonardo to Picasso, from James Joyce to Bob Dylan, lasting innovations in science, in thought, in art, have all rested on ruptures with the principles of the past. The internet offers a phenomenal opportunity to disrupt, to stimulate new forms of collaboration, to mobilise new communities of interest and practice, and to unleash the imagination of millions of users in addressing specific local and global challenges. Innovation is a contact sport, so please share your passion for the web and spread the word about Nominet Internet Awards and their recognition for organisations that are making a difference on and through the internet. Together we can create a safe, accessible internet that everyone, regardless of age, income, language, ability or location, can use to enhance their lives and communities. So we look forward to your ideas and your projects.
Thank you very much. I'm going to ask Natasha Innocent from Race Online 2012 to talk to us about what she's doing.
Hello there. Delighted to be here today. I'm sure you all know, but I've been asked to give you just a couple of minutes about who Race Online are. So as I'm sure you know, Race Online 2012 is working with partners across the public, private and corporate sectors to build a sort of big coalition of people who can support the 9.2 million people in the UK who have never been online. We've now got nearly 1,000 partners across that range of sectors who are pledging to support just under 2 million people to get online. So that's a fantastic group of big sort of force we've got going. We're very much now into delivery mode this year, really wanting to push things on. So we're in the middle of developing a campaign around digital champions, and we're recruiting thousands of people who can support family, friends or neighbours to get online for that first time. For example, just yesterday the Open University have joined us as a partner. We're very, very excited about this partnership because they're going to run a digital champion recruitment campaign amongst their 500,000 past and present students to encourage them to take that, to help somebody in their community to take those first steps online. So that's a great partnership. We're delighted to be supporting the Building a Network Nation Award and very much look forward to hearing about some of the great projects that put themselves forward for that award, and look forward to showcasing some great ideas on our website as well. So very much looking forward to working in partnership with you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Natasha. Tony Osborne from Symantec who's working with us on making the internet safer. Perhaps you'd say a few words.
Good afternoon. Slightly strange being part of a large American corporate in this situation. But I'm also a parent. I have 3 children who spend an inordinate amount of time on the internet every day. And it's working in the industry as I do, being aware of how they spend that time, which is a lot of time these days, and we probably all have children who spend a lot of time on the internet. Making that a safe place, reducing those risks is very important. So we're certainly very pleased and honoured to be part of this. Over the last couple of years, we've seen a dramatic change in some of the challenges and threats and risks we face on the internet, and a significant increase in the automation and speed of some of those threats. Through our consumer brand Norton and through the corporate brand Symantec, we protect something like 180 million PCs around the world. It gives us insight into what the bad guys are doing, but it also gives us an insight into what we, when we are at home or in our offices, and how we are using the internet and what we're actually doing on there. And just thought I'd bring a few statistics that may be of interest you may not be aware of. One PC is infected every 4 seconds, but hundreds and hundreds of PCs potentially could be being targets for those infections, often through social networks that we log on to by clicking links. And again, that's an awareness issue. More malicious code, when I mean viruses, worms, trojans, more malware was created over the last year than at any other time in its history added together, because there's so much more automation going on. We've created 3 million, if you've ever heard of what a signature is, a little update to your antivirus, your Norton or whatever, to help protect you. We've created 3 million of those in 1 year, just to try and stem this tide. And people, including a friend of mine, people click on links that pop up that say, would you like this antivirus program? People keep clicking on those links. There's 250 fake antivirus programs around the world. And 43 million people clicked on a link that said, would you like to download this antivirus software? All of those were malware. So there's a huge responsibility on us as a vendor and other organisations like us to help protect our children and us when we are at home, when we're using PCs. But that's only part of the challenge. The other part of the challenge is awareness, is education, is raising the knowledge of those, everyone around the UK, on how they use the internet. And those 2 elements are key, and that's one of the key reasons we're actually supporting this, because we totally believe in the awareness and the competition that's being run. Thank you very much.
I'm asking Adrian Arthur of the British Library to come and talk to us about opening the world of knowledge and their particular interests.
Well, the British Library is very pleased to stand alongside Nominet in launching the Opening the World of Knowledge category of the 2011 Nominet Awards. And as the library's Head of Web Services, I'm delighted to speak on behalf of the library today. In its vision and goals for 2020, the library is seeking to advance knowledge through our collection of 150 million items from every area of world culture, but also through our expertise and through partnership with other organisations. Also on the knowledge theme, we're currently looking at the future evolution of research in an exhibition at our St Pancras building titled Growing Knowledge, where we're seeking to inform and to challenge today's researchers and to spark a debate on the future of research. But beyond these things, we believe that libraries aren't just passive places where people look at pieces of paper. They and other cultural institutions are inspiring places where something actually happens, and what happens is the creation of new knowledge through the connections that people make. So, and we believe that that's happening on a daily basis in our building in London, and we want to see it happening online as well. So in pursuing that, we've had the great privilege of being winners at the Nominet Internet Awards on 3 occasions, and I've been asked to say a little bit about that, so I will. In 2008 we won a special award for our sacred web resource that uses important and beautiful manuscripts and other cultural artefacts to help people discover the common ground between Judaism, Christianity and Islam. Then in 2009 we won again for our Taking Liberties interactive and website that explores the 900-year struggle for Britain's freedom and rights in documents and podcasts, and allows users to kind of vote online on where they stand on some of the issues of liberty. And then in 2010 we were also successful with our Interactive Timelines project that sets documentary and other cultural artefacts into historical context in a way that's particularly relevant to students in the later years at school. It's a constant challenge to us at the library to develop web content that will stimulate knowledge and learning, and will also meet the needs of our users, who could be researchers or they could be the widest possible public. And it's been a great encouragement to us that some of our work has been recognised through the Nominet Awards. So being associated with the Opening the World of Knowledge category this year is ideal for us. We're very pleased to have been invited to take part in this way, and I don't hesitate to commend the awards, and particularly this category, to organisations that are bringing cultural materials online or using the internet in education and also promoting online learning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Richard Williams from the National Council of Voluntary Organisations is going to talk about the partnership work they're doing in nurturing powerful local partnerships.
Thank you, Gwen. And good afternoon. And I know I'm holding you from Alan and Martha, who are both good friends of the sector. So, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about NCVO and the charity sector. NCVO is the largest umbrella body in England. We have over 8,500 members, and we work with and relate to about another 14,000. We lobby and influence on behalf of the sector, and we provide support and advice to help improve performance and give access to a wide range of services. Now, some may be surprised, some people won't, that there are over 170,000 charities in the UK, and they have an income in excess of 35.5 billion, employing 550,000 staff and engaging with over 20 million volunteers. And just to put that in context, because I think people often underestimate the importance and the impact of the charities, the insurance industry contributes 57 billion. I remember that's in England, the figure I gave you of 30.5. And agriculture employs 295,000 people. And I think you could agree that we're a significant contributor to the British economy and society in general. We like to big ourselves up, but I won't pretend, because most of the small charities are that. Only 70,500 turn over more than £100,000 a year. So they're really looking for innovative ways that they can actually address their audience and improve their beneficiaries. And you'll be glad to know I'm cutting out half my speech. Now, you may know that times are tough. And if you read your newspapers and listen to the news, you'll hear lots of talk about big society and about statutory funding. Many funders, especially local authorities, I'm afraid to say, are front-loading their cuts onto charities. And it's not to say that some of them are funding intelligently, but I'm afraid that's not the case for many. And I'm sure you are aware that youth services and citizens' advice at the moment are being decimated by short-term pressure to reduce cost. Are you interested? You can find more about the cuts and about the sector on our website. I'm sure it comes as no surprise also that funding and legal advice are top of the list for charities. But Web 2 technology, social media, cloud-based solutions and smart assets are also important for many of our members. Many charities, both large and small, are making increasing use of the internet to build and cement relationships with both their supporters and their beneficiaries. A few examples on funding are things like See the Difference, Rajavi and the Pennies Foundation are all innovative and new ways which are using the net to actually encourage people to give more money. charities are also using cloud-based solutions to assess information systems and communication channels that are traditionally out of the reach, and to set up new innovative ways to address need both here in the UK and internationally. Now, creative partnerships, as you will hear from both government and from the sector, with private and the public sector, are really very important ways to address the future in these difficult times and to maximise creative use of the internet. Nominet and the awards are increasingly important in the maintenance, development and innovation of the voluntary and community sector, and consequently we are delighted to be associated with the awards, and especially the Nurturing Powerful Local Partnership category. Thank you very much.
Charles, we're looking at 3 awards from Nominet. We've won an award for diversity, for a resource that we produced which was for parents, but reached out to parents in a range of different languages, reaching out to different groups in the UK. We've won an award for personal online safety. We developed a website called KidSmart, which is a site for children where they can go to the site and they can view video clips of other children talking about e-safety, how they use computers, and it's a really engaging way for children to learn about keeping safe online. And we've also, last year, won an award for international engagement, where we ran a project called the Youth IGF project, which brought the voice of youth to the Internet Governance Forum, a great multi-stakeholder event that's held yearly. There was one in Sharm el-Sheikh, and then last year it was in Vilnius, and we brought the children's voice to join that forum, that multi-stakeholder discussion. As children are a key interest group here, so we are really delighted with the recognition that these awards have brought to these particular pieces of work. We're really pleased that this year we're winning an association on a particular award about empowering young people and citizens. This is an area where we do a lot of work. We go out to schools and talk to young people, children of all ages, to talk to them about what the internet is, what is great about it, but also how to stay safe and use it responsibly. And it's really exciting to be able to look at all the different activities that's going on, to review the entries that will be coming in, to reward and highlight and showcase really good practice in this area.